The Book of Ezra, chapter 5. Then Haggai, a prophet, and Zechariah, the son of Iddo, a prophet, prophesied unto the Jews that were in Judah and Jerusalem in the name of God, the God of Israel, even unto them. Then Zerubbabel, the son of Shealtiel, and Jeshua, the son of Jozadak, arose and began to build the house of God at Jerusalem, and with them were the prophets of God, which helped them. At the same time came them Tattenai, which was captain beyond the river, and Bozni, and their companions, and said thus unto them, Who hath given you commandment to build this house, and to lay the foundations of these walls? Then said we unto them after this manner, What are the names of the men that build this building? But the eye of their God was upon the elders of the Jews, that they could not cause them to cease, till the matter came to Darius. And then they answered by letters thereunto. The copy of the letter that Tattenai, captain beyond the river, and Bozni and his companions, Persians, which were beyond the river, sent unto King Darius. They sent a letter unto him, wherein it was written thus, Unto Darius, the king, all peace. Be it known unto the king that we went into the province of Judea, to the house of the great God, which is built with great stones, and beams are laid in the walls. And this work is wrought speedily, and prospereth in their hands. Then asked we of those elders, and said unto them thus, Who hath given you commandment to build this house, and to lay the foundations of these walls? We asked their names also, that we might certify thee, and that we might write their names of the men that were their rulers. But they answered us thus, and said, We are the servants of the God of heaven and earth, and build the house that was built of old and many years ago, which a great king of Israel built and founded it. But after that our fathers had provoked the God of heaven unto wrath, who gave them over into the hand of Nebuchadnezzar king of Babylon, Chaldean. And he destroyed this house, and carried the people away captive unto Babel. But in the first year of Cyrus king of Babel, King Cyrus made a decree to build this house of God, and the vessels of gold and silver to the house of God, which Nebuchadnezzar took out of the temple that was in Jerusalem, and brought them into the temple of Babel. Those did Cyrus the king take out of the temple of Babel, and they gave them unto one Sheshbazzar by his name, whom he made captain. And he said unto him, Take these vessels, and go thy way, and put them in the temple that is in Jerusalem, and let the house of God be built in his place. Then came the same Sheshbazzar, and laid the foundation of the house of God which is in Jerusalem. And since that time even until now hath it been in building, yet it is not finished. Now therefore, if it please the king, let there be search made in the house of the king's treasures, which is there in Babel, whether a decree hath been made by King Cyrus to build this house of God in Jerusalem, and let the king send his mind concerning this. Ezra chapter 6. Then King Darius gave commandment, and they made search in the library of the treasures, which were there laid up in Babel. And there was found in a coffer in the palace that was in the province of the Medes a volume, and therein was it written as a memorial. In the first year of King Cyrus made a decree for the house of God in Jerusalem. Let the house be built, even the place where they offered sacrifices, and let the walls thereof be joined together. Let the height thereof be 80 cubits, and the breadth thereof 80 cubits, 3 orders of great stones, and 1 order of timber, and let the expenses be given of the king's house. And also let them render the vessels of the house of God, of gold and silver, which Nebuchadnezzar took out of the temple, which was in Jerusalem, and brought unto Babel. Let him go unto the temple that is in Jerusalem to his place, and put them in the house of God. Therefore Tattenai, captain beyond the river, and Bozni, and their companions, Apharsachi, which were beyond the river, be ye far from thence. Suffer ye the work of this house of God, that the captain of the Jews and the elders of the Jews may build this house of God in his place. For I have given a commandment what ye shall do to the elders of these Jews for the building of this house of God, that of the revenues of the king, which is of the tribute beyond the river, there be incontinently expenses given unto these men, that they cease not. And that which they shall have need of, let it be given unto them day by day, whether it be young bullocks or rams or lambs, for the burnt offerings of the God of heaven, wheat, salt, wine, oil, according to the appointment of the priests that are in Jerusalem, that there be no fault, that they may have to offer sweet odors unto the God of heaven, and pray for the king's life, and for his sons. And I have made a decree that whosoever shall alter this sentence, the wood shall be pulled down from his house, and shall be set up, and he shall be hanged thereon, and his house shall be made a dunghill for this. And the God that hath caused his name to dwell there, destroy all kings and people that put their hand to alter and to destroy this house of God which is in Jerusalem. I, Darius, have made a decree that it be done with speed. Then Tatnai, the captain beyond the river, and Shethar-boznai and their companions, according to that which Darius had sent, so they did speedily. So the elders of the Jews built, and they prospered by the prophesying of Haggai the prophet and Zechariah the son of Iddo. And they built and finished it, by the appointment of the God of Israel, and by the commandment of Cyrus and Darius and Artaxerxes, king of Persia. And this house was finished the 3rd day of the month Adar, which was the 6th year of the reign of King Darius. And the children of Israel, the priests and the Levites, and the residue of the children of the captivity, kept the dedication of this house of God with joy, and offered at the dedication of this house a God of 100 bullocks, 200 rams, 400 lambs, 12 he-goats, for the sin of all Israel, according to the number of the tribes of Israel. And they set the priests in their order, and the Levites in their courses, over the services of God in Jerusalem, as it is written in the book of Moses. And the children of the captivity kept the Passover on the 14th day of the 1st month, for the priests and the Levites were purified together, and they killed the Passover for all the children of the captivity, and for their brethren the priests, and for themselves. So the children of Israel, which were come again out of the captivity, and all such as separated themselves unto them from the filthiness of the heathen of the land, to seek the Lord God of Israel, did eat. And they kept the feast of unleavened bread 7 days with joy, for the Lord had made them glad, and turned the heart of the king of Assyria unto them, to encourage them in the work of the house of God, even the God of Israel. Ezra chapter 7. Now after these things, in the reign of Artaxerxes, king of Persia, which Ezra the son of Seraiah, the son of Azariah, the son of Hilkiah, the son of Shallum, the son of Zadok, the son of Ahitub, the son of Amariah, the son of Azariah, the son of Merioth, the son of Zerahiah, the son of Uzai, the son of Bukki, the son of Abushua, the son of Phinehas, the son of Eleazar, the son of Aaron, the chief priest. This Ezra came up from Babel, and was a scribe, prompt in the law of Moses, which the Lord God of Israel had given. And the king gave him all his request according to the hand of the Lord his God, which was upon him. And there went up certain of the children of Israel, and of the priests, and of the Levites, and the singers, and the porters, and the Nethinim, unto Jerusalem in the 7th year of King Artaxerxes. And he came to Jerusalem in the 5th month, which is in the 7th year of the king. For upon the 1st day of the 1st month began he to go up from Babel, and on the 1st day of the 5th month came he to Jerusalem, according to the good hand of God that was upon him. For Ezra had prepared his heart to seek the law of the Lord, and to do it, and to teach the precepts and judgments in Israel. And this is the copy of the letter that King Artaxerxes gave unto Ezra the priest and scribe, even a writer of the words of the commandments of the Lord, and of his statutes over Israel. Artaxerxes, king of kings, to Ezra the priest and perfect scribe of the law of the God of heaven, and to Cheneth, I have given commandment that everyone that is willing in my kingdom of the people of Israel, and of the priests and Levites, to go to Jerusalem with thee, shall go. Therefore art thou sent of the king and his 7 counselors, to enquire in Judah and Jerusalem according to the law of the Lord thy God, which is in thine hand, and to carry the silver and gold, which the king and his counselors willingly offer unto the God of Israel, whose habitation is in Jerusalem, and all the silver and the gold, which the king and his counselors willingly offer unto the God of Israel, whose habitation is in Jerusalem, and all of the silver and the gold that thou canst find in all the province of Babel, with the free offering of the people, and that which the priests offer willingly to the house of their God which is in Jerusalem, that thou mayest buy speedily with this silver bullocks, rams, lambs, and their meat offerings, and their drink offerings, and thou shalt offer them upon the altar of the house of your God which is in Jerusalem. And whatsoever it pleaseth thee and thy brethren to do with the rest of the silver and gold, do ye it according to the will of your God. And the vessels that are given thee for the service of the house of thy God, those deliver thou before God in Jerusalem. And the residue that shall be needful for the house of thy God, which shall be meet for thee to bestow, thou shalt bestow it out of the king's treasure house. And I, Artaxerxes, have given commandment to all the treasurers which are beyond the river, that whatsoever Ezra the priest and scribe of the law of the God of heaven shall require of you, that it be done incontinently, unto 100 talents of silver, unto 100 measures of wheat, unto 100 baths of wine, unto 100 baths of oil, and salt without writing. Whatsoever is by the commandment of the God of heaven, that it be done speedily for the house of the God of heaven. For why should he be wroth against the realm of the king and his children? And we certify you that upon any of the priests, Levites, singers, porters, Nethinim, or ministers in this house of God, there shall no governor lay upon them toll, tribute, nor custom. And thou, Ezra, after the wisdom of thy God that is in thine hand, set judges and arbiters, which may judge all the people that is beyond the river, even all that know the law of thy God, and teach ye them that know it not. And whosoever will not do the law of thy God, and the king's law, let him have judgment without delay, whether it be unto death, or to banishment, or to confiscation of goods, or to imprisonment. Blessed be the Lord God of our fathers, which so hath put in the king's heart to beautify the house of the Lord that is in Jerusalem, and hath inclined mercy towards me, before the king and his counselors, and before all the king's mighty princes. And I was comforted by the hand of the Lord my God which was upon me, and I gathered the chief of Israel to go up with me.